Good morning, Mindset Matters. This is our Wellness Wednesday moving meditation. Last week I went over 5 minutes, which I've been trying not to do. So this week I'm going to keep it really short, and I'm just going to teach you 2 shoulder stretches that are my personal favorite. You may need a block or a cushion, depending on the flexibility of your shoulders. Maybe a pillow nearby would be helpful. So we'll begin on all fours, tabletop position. And then you'll reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. You might get a lot of extension, or your arm might only come halfway. Either one is fine. Look towards your thumb and then roll out your wrist. Take circles in one direction and then in the other. And with your exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. Lower down to your shoulder or your head. This is where the block comes in handy. If your shoulder doesn't touch down or your head doesn't touch down, you can bring your ear to the block. And then you'll reach the opposite arm out towards the top of your mat or in front of you on the floor. And feel a nice stretch here through your back body. And then walk your hand back in. Inhale, lift your arm high. And exhale, tabletop position. Onto the other side. Inhale, opposite arm lifts. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring it under your arm, lower down to your shoulder or temple or both. And then walk your hand out in front of you for support and stability. Breathe for as many breaths on this side as you did on the other. Then walk your hand back in towards your face. Inhale, lift your arm up. I forgot to remind you to roll out your wrist. You can do that on this side. And then exhale into a tabletop position. For the second stretch, this one is done from your belly. So you'll lower down onto your belly. One hand stays under your shoulder and the other one comes out to a T at about shoulder height. You're going to roll towards the extended arm so that you're resting on the head of your shoulder. You can let your head come down and you'll stack one leg on top of the other. If you want to intensify this, you can lift your top leg, bend at the knee, drop your foot behind you. Your toes might come down to the mat or maybe your whole foot. Meanwhile, the arm that's extended, the palm is facing down towards the floor. And then inhale brings you back to center. Readjust in a way that's comfortable for you. So one hand under shoulder, other arm extends. Roll into that arm. Stack the legs or lift the top leg, bend the knee, and tap the foot behind you. In this way, you'll also work a little bit into your hip. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And then come back through center. Take your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, firm up your quadriceps, press up to a tabletop position, and then come to a seat. That second pose is known as crocodile pose. It is a really deep shoulder stretch. You can also make it harder by taking the hand that was under your shoulder, bringing it behind your back, or maybe reaching for the opposite hand. That gets a little trickier, but if that feels good to you, give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great Wednesday.